The sweet sounds of soca parang music fill the airwaves during this festive season of Christmas each and every year in Trinidad and Tobago. It is a relatively new musical genre, first created in 1978. But what were the factors that led to its creation? Cultural activist and historian Holly Betaudier offers a perspective.
Soca parang came about because it was the need of that individual, the calypsonian, to make headways and to find an avenue that he felt or she felt that would serve both the appetite of the true Trinidadian in calypso form as well as in parang form, so that he married the both cultures. And incidentally, that is Trinidad, because you have the Dogla, which is an African and Indian being married, and like Douglas say, split me in two.
Edwin Ayoung, the man fondly known in the calypso world as Crazy, is credited with its invention.
A friend of mine, he died now, his name is Cleabot Herwood. I must mention his name. He is part of this parang soca thing. He wrote some lyrics on a piece of paper. He was not a singer, but he was a good writer. And he wrote the words. I took the role of lead singer, Parang Ramayana Rima. He wrote those and bring it for me. So I went home and I took my guitar and I said, well, let us try a Christmas thing with it.
That very first selection was heavily influenced by the emerging soca revolution created by Ra Shorty I. It was subsequently recorded by Frankie McIntosh in New York City.
He decided to do an album by the name of Crazy Super Album. And that is where the idea was born. We decided to call the song Parang Soca. That's the name of the song. A lot of people call the song Maria, but Maria is not the name. The right name is Parang Soca. That's the original name of the song.
Edwin Ayoung, strange enough, is a good example of what the presence of soca parang means to Trinidad. Here's a man of Chinese origin, African background, Spanish connection, because I went to Venezuela with him and he went to see Tanti Mariela, who by name as a little boy, and he went looking for the cow that he used to feed Grace in Maturin. And yet still he relates to Trinidad as, crazy is crazy. What Venezuelan you're talking about? We crazy?
But Crazy admits, despite the popularity of the song at the time, this first experimentation with parang soca did not have an easy rite of passage, as it was felt it was a corruption of authentic parang music.
It started to play in 1978, but some of the people was kicking up against it. They say, hey, the Crazy, always spoiling the traditional parang, because they wasn't accustomed to hearing English with the parang. They wasn't accustomed to that.
Soca parang and its myriad variations have gained a tenacious hold on the culture of Trinidad and Tobago, significantly impacting the way we now celebrate Christmas. While he is pleased with its proliferation and growth, Ayoung urges his fellow artists to always bear in mind the reason for the season.
So I try to tell them, let us keep our topics within the Christmas season. Well, you have so many things we could sing about. Family values, ginger beer sorrel, the wise men from the east, Bethlehem, the cows in the manger,
In other words, keeping Christ in Christmas.
Yeah, keep Jesus, put Jesus in your Christmas. That is a song that I sang some years ago. Put Jesus in your Christmas this year. He came down here to save us from wickedness and chaos. Put Jesus in your Christmas this year. That is how we have to keep it.
Christmas is big business, they say, and me I don't win.
One of today's popular soca parang artists, Timothy Watkins, the Baron, agrees.
I feel proud to know that I could do some soca parang, especially the type that I do, for the kids. You see, the first song especially, that is love to sing that song, but it's Christmas again. All little girls and boys playing with their brand new toys. Them is the type of songs that I don't like the type with the smut in it.
He enjoys imparting the spirit of Christmas through his music.
Oh, it's Christmas again. Old man Jack stretching their hand.
It's Christmas again.
It's the only time in the year.
It's Christmas again.
The rich and show the poor that they care.
It's Christmas again.
Children does be happy, eating things they never see. Christmas does unite all family. Oh.
But what I like about it, it does have the feel, it does bring back the feeling of the real spirit of the Christmas. You know, and that is what I like about it. I just like to stand up, and when I sing in my parang and them see people dancing and carry on, it just bring joy to my heart, man.
The growth of Soca Parang has spawned the works of several artists, including Scrunter, Walter Taylor, Hamidullah, D. Diamond, Poser, Impulse, Spicy, and Joseph Adams.
My involvement in Parang Soca, or Soca Parang, is to make people enjoy Christmas Trini style. I love to see people enjoy themselves. Now, we could sing all kinds of sad songs. I could sing sad songs, so I could write sad songs. But at the end of the day, Christmas is not about sadness.
So true. But for two young performers whose parents have been a tremendous influence on their careers, 2010 is a bittersweet season. In a plea for a return to the old-time Christmas, Chucky says his late father, cultural activist Roland Gordon, has been the powerhouse behind his success.
The inspiration behind this song, when I got the rhythm, I said, you know what? Let me try to show people that young people know about Christmas too. And that was really the inspiration behind the song, and the chorus came easily to the melody. And that was it. I did a lot of research because although I knew, I still wanted to make certain that these are the things that really used to happen in the way that it did. So that was really the inspiration behind the song.
And certainly it must be bringing back a lot of memories for a lot of people.
Certainly, certainly. I mean, the Hamini Patrolton, the places that we used to parang. I mean, I mentioned Daisy Vozen, song, Lara Brothers. I mean, the sorrel, the spoon, the sugars, the sweet bread, everything that was tradition, you know, indigenous to Christmas.
Spicy Tammico Moore was the one who encouraged her late father, South Calypsonian breed, to jump into the Calypso arena. Her offerings, Attired, and Daddy Day are in his memory.
I plan to continue with the tradition because he was a Soca Parang man. Real like Parang. Christmas time was his time. So look out for Spicy 2012, 13, 14, etc., etc. As long as God spare my life, I come in to give music.
But Calypso would not be Calypso without the elements of humor and double entendre, the ingredients that provide the art form with its distinctive entertainment value.
And the way the country going today, they have to learn to laugh. Correct is right. And in order for them to learn to laugh, we are here to teach them.
When you look at the escalating crime now and how serious things are in the country and in the world over, you know, we need to smile more as a couple of the artists bring that Christmas love and that Christmas spirit forward. You know, that is what we need alongside, simultaneous to the laughter. We need to smile more, we need to laugh more, we need to touch our brother, how you're going, you know, that kind of vibes. So Impulse Connection, Calabash Entertainment, and Impulse and myself, Snakey, we like to bring that element of love and smile and laughter in the Christmas.
And the same can be said for Soca Parang, if one is to judge by offerings of Trinidad Rio and the collaborative effort of Impulse and Snakey.
Well, I last seen my papa when I was 7 years old, when he walked out that door and gone in the cold. If my phone wasn't working, if I wasn't in bed, I'll never hear from him, cause I thought he was dead. But parang me last night. Parang me last night.
And continuing in that vein, Hamidullah wants to see more love at Christmas time.
You're always in war with your neighbor, every day, especially when you drink liquor. No respect for the elders, man, woman, and children either. You come in my place Christmas morning, with quattro in hand you paranging, till you know what Christmas is for. Move from in front my door. Aye, move from by me with your hypocrisy. Aye. Aye.
And amidst all the partying and merrymaking comes a very serious message about safety on the road from D Diamond.
Piece of cake, you take a drink, they get you turkey, another drink, they get you wild meat, you take a drink, think to eat, you want a drink. 3 hours later, you met a policeman in the road, block the breathalyzer in his hand.
Well, the name of the song is Another Drink. This is a brand new track, but it seemed to be getting good airplay, and everybody seemed to like the song and the angle that I took with the message, Yeah.
And certainly addressing a very pertinent issue.
Yeah, well, that's what I say, because regardless of what, I must be able to make a statement, a positive impact on the society.
With its infectious beat and catchy lyrics, the Soca Parang genre is now firmly entrenched on the cultural landscape of Trinidad and Tobago.
But she only bring out liquor for me.
Soca Parang, now we can reach out to anyone, because everyone seems to understand our story, and we bring, all the things that happen in Christmas into Soca Parang, Sometimes you may hear me do songs, however I may turn it, but these are some of the things that are in Christmas, and I always try to stay within the Christmas, and make people happy. That's important. Yeah?
It's an evolution of time, rhythm, people, frustration, joy, happiness, sadness. Calypso reflects everything. A Calypsonian will sing a sad song, I will sing a joyful song, I will sing a song of necessity. Mama, look a boo-boo, shut your mouth, go away.
And of course, there is a talented bunch of musicians like Joey Rivers who make it all happen for the artists. Rivers has been privileged to work on the recordings of several of today's Parang Soca stars. He describes the art form as one with a capacity to bring a fresh flavor to the unique celebration of Trini Christmas.
We have now Chucky Soca Parang, Chinese Soca Parang, Raga Soca Parang. And it's all good. At the end of the day, I think what defines the Soca Parang is the spirit of the music and how it makes you feel. Of course, having the authentic Parang instruments in the mix, the cuatro, the marac, the mandolin, the flute, and so on, helps as well.
And so it was fitting that the man who started it all 33 years ago was honored by his peers in the Trinbago Unified Calypsonians organization for his outstanding contribution to the art form.
Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas.